Hey folks, Neil Pajamas here, and I'm going to be trying out some of the Antman Hero Pack cards that were not in the starter deck to see how well they perform in some of the existing hero decks. So I am going to be trying out Assess the Situation and Lay Down the Law here, and I'm going to be using them in a Doctor Strange deck. I will be playing against Expert Claw, and if you've seen some of my other videos, you might be wondering, like, why does this dude only play Rhino and Claw? Well, it's because I have a good reason. My neighbor and I are playing together multiplayer, and we're still on Ultron, so I really just don't want to spoil it for him. So I'm limiting my video content villains to those villains that we've already done. We do have all the hero packs, so I can, tinker around with that. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get started.
So I ended up having to cut some of the footage down just because the playthrough got sort of long. If you've seen my other videos, you know this isn't just to show that a win or something. I show plenty of videos where I am not winning. You should be able to get plenty of play content from this to see sort of how those 6 new cards I added from the Antman Hero Pack impact the Justice build that I'm running here on Doctor Strange. I think he really benefited from the cheaper threat removal edition, even though he's already got a lot of threat removal and being able to cycle through the cards faster. When you see me cut near the end of the game, when I've got a lot of the supports and upgrades in play, you can see that the stun lock engine that Doctor Strange was already very strong at is really seems like it works even better with the addition of these cards. So anyway, that's it. Please enjoy, and if you like the content, please consider liking and please consider subscribing. If you're watching this video before this Friday, which is hold on, I have to pull up my calendar here. If you're watching this video before this Friday the 13th, that should have been easy to remember, and you want to be entered to win promo cards from my other video, please check out my Ant-Man First Impressions video. So anyway, on to the Doctor Strange play.
Alright, so let's get set up. We've got our hero selected. We've set his hit points to 10, and I am the only player. We've set aside his obligation card, and then we've set aside the Nemesis sets. Let's go ahead and shuffle the player decks, and big thanks to a viewer from one of my previous videos, Scott Clapp, for pointing out that I had messed up and actually shuffled the obligation card in too early. So don't forget, the game has a lot of steps and it's easy to forget stuff, so you always got to shuffle the obligation card in after you do the setup so that you don't discard it. So we selected our villain, Expert Claw. We've set his hit points to 28 because we are resolving his when revealed effect to give him Immortal Claw, which has 3 threat on it. Defense Network comes out into play as part of the underground distribution setup, and then we will do the when revealed effect to discard cards until we get a minion. And we have our minion. Armored Guard will be coming into play. He has tough status, and we cannot attack Claw until that Armored Guard goes away. So we'll shuffle in the obligation, and then we'll be ready to start after we draw our hand. Alright, so we will draw 6 cards as Doctor Strange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will resolve our Mulligan. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand so that I don't have to thin my deck at all. And since we're not taking a mulligan, we will go ahead. The top card in the invocation deck is a priest, Crimson Bands of Sidorak, which is obviously a pretty good card here. So we won't be milling that off. So let's go ahead and pay 2 for Sorcerer Supreme. That will increase our hand size while we are in hero form. And then we are going to flip over to the Doctor Strange side. And then I will pay 1 for, actually, doesn't matter which one I pay because 3 or 4. So we'll pay 1 to play the new card that we were testing out in this deck, Lay Down the Law. We'll remove 3 threat from the defense network, which will resolve that scheme. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to remove that. We're removing 3 threat from Immortal Claw, which will resolve that, bring Claw's HP back down to 18. So we've got a pretty solid start here. We can't play the Crimson Bands, so I didn't actually take that into account very well with leaving myself the 1 unused card. So we are going to go ahead and I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and ping for 1 to get rid of the toughness on the Armored Guard. And I'm not going to discard my Clear the Area actually, so we will draw. The hand size is 5, but we are in hero form and we have Sorcerer Supreme, so we have a 6 total hand size. So we've got Astral Projection, Eye of Agamotto, Endurance, Interrogation Room, Protective Ward, and another Clear the Area. We'll go ahead and unexhaust. And we will move to the villain phase. We will add 1 threat to Underground Distribution. And we are getting attacked by Claw. I'm going to opt not to defend, so we've got no and 2 on the boost, so 3 total damage coming in. That's going to bring us to 7. And then 1 more from the Armored Guard. So let's deal ourselves an encounter card, another Armored Guard. We will give him Tough, and that is Claw's turn. So here we go. We are ready, and so we're going to go ahead and thwart for 2. We're going to pay 2 resources. We'll put into play the Eye of Agamotto. And then we will use the Eye to generate a resource, and then we will play Clear the Area. Since that is the last threat on Defense Network, we will get to draw 1 card. Drawing Magical Enhancements. And then I'm going to go ahead and use magical enhancements to pay for endurance. So we'll get plus 3 HP on Doctor Strange, bring us back to 9. So because the armored guards don't have any scheme value, I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip back over to the Doctor Strange, or to the Stephen Strange side, and then we'll discard Protective Ward because we can't cast it on that side. So we don't get the +1 hand size because we are not in hero form, but we get the 6 cards as normal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's go ahead and we'll add 1 threat to the main scheme. And then Claw will be scheming. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. He's got 2 boost off of his 2 base schemes, so that's going to pop that. So we're going to have to put another minion in play. Glad to be rid of that. Alright, so Weapons Runner is our minion. It's being put into play, so it will not get a surge off of that because it's not being revealed. But it will scheme, so we're going to put 1 threat on the scheme. Now we're going to deal ourselves 1 encounter card. It's another Weapons Runner. This one will surge. And then Whirlwind. So there's quite a bit in play right now. 5 enemies plus the villain. So we're back to we are back now on the player phase. So let me go ahead and so we're going to heal. That's going to bring us up to 10 is the normal maximum, but we can heal for 2 more still because we have 13 with the upgrade in play. Then we'll go ahead and no, that's a hero resource, so we can't do that. So let me go ahead and flip over to the hero side. Then we'll exhaust the Eye of Agamotto, and we will use the 1 resource for Lay Down the Law to play the Cloak. And let's go ahead and I think what we'll do here is we're going to we'll exhaust the Cloak, and we will unexhaust Doctor Strange then, and we are going to we're going to go ahead and use Genius to use the special on Crimson Bands. So we will stun Claw and do 7 damage to him. That'll bring him down to 11. Images of Icon will be the next card up in the Invocation deck. That move didn't work out too well on Thanos in the MCU, but anyway, let's go ahead and... So we can't play any of our remaining cards right now. So I'm going to go ahead and discard 2. We have the Sorcerer Supreme in place, so we have a 6-card hand. I'm keeping the Protective Ward. We'll go ahead and unexhaust our stuff. Put 1 threat on the main scheme. And Claw is stunned, so we'll remove the stun. And then we're going to take 1 from the Armored Guard, 1 from the second Armored Guard, 1 from the Weapons Runner, 1 from the second Weapons Runner, and then 2 from Whirlwind. His Force Interrupt only attacks other heroes, so there's no other heroes in play. So let's go ahead and deal a card. That's what we needed. We needed a 6th minion in play. So Melter is in play now. And it will be back to Doctor Strange's turn. Alright, so let's start with I'll exhaust the eye. To play clear the area. So we'll remove 2 threat from the scheme. That is the last threat in the scheme, so we'll get to draw a card. Then we're going to pay 3 resources to play Magic Blast. So we're going to go ahead and ignore all of these enemies, I think. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deal 5 more to Claw. No, I'm not, actually. Because unlike the Crimson Bands, which is not an attack, which allowed me to bypass the Armored Guards, the Magic Blast is an attack. So we'll go ahead and use that on so this would kill Melter, but I think what we'll do is actually we're going to assign 5 to Whirlwind instead. Then we'll peel off the effect. It is a mind, so that's going to confuse him. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exhaust Doctor Strange and pay, I'm going to pay 1, play the images to add a confuse on the villain. Rings of Ragador is now the top card. we're going to go ahead and ready Doctor Strange using the Cloak of Levitation. And then I'm going to only use this for one. I will exhaust Doctor Strange again, and we're going to go ahead and give him Tough. The top card is now Vapors. So I am at 6 HP right now. So I am going to flip over to the Stephen Strange side. I'm going to activate that ability to discard Vapors. So Winds of Watum now is the last card on the Invocation deck remaining. So I'm going to discard Protective Ward, draw up 4, 5, 6, go ahead and unexhaust, and we will put one threat on the main scheme. Claws Confused, we'll remove the Confused, no scheme value for the Armored Guards, one threat each for the Weapons Runner, and one for Melter. So we'll put 3 more on total, and remove the Confused from Whirlwind. Then we'll go ahead and deal ourselves a card. Sonic Boom. Either spend 3 different resource types or exhaust each character you control. So I don't think that is worth, because I can unexhaust Doctor Strange. I don't think that is worth paying it. So I will just go ahead and exhaust Doctor Strange, and that will be the villain activation. So we are going to we'll go ahead and flip over. Then we will use the Cloak of Levitation, and we will unexhaust Doctor Strange. I'm going to exhaust him again. We'll play Winds of Watum. We'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then I will shuffle the Invocation deck. Image's Icon is now the top card. So let's go ahead and generate 1 resource with the Eye. And we will pay we'll pay 1 with the Sanctum, because we're not going to be, no, actually we're going to pay 1 with Skilled Investigator, because we're not going to be playing that this turn, and we'll be paying one more with magical enhancements. So that's 3 total. And we will play Magic Blast on Melter. That's 5 damage, will kill him. We do still have to do the discard the top for deck, and it doesn't matter what happens because we can't do anything else to that enemy. I am at 6 health, So I'm going to go ahead and pay 3. We'll put Wong into play, and then we'll discard the top card, which is a mine, so that will confuse Claw. I'll pay 1 for clear the area to bring the threat down to 1. And then I will pass gas. I will assess the situation twice, which will give me 8 hand sizes this turn. And then I'm going to discard these 2 cards, leave 1 card in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have the 8th one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unexhaust my guys and my stuff. So Claw is stunned. We'll take this, well, actually, we'll put 2 threat on the main scheme. We'll take the stun off Claw. We'll give a toughness to Tiger Shark, and I will take 1 damage. No, actually, I'm sorry. He's attacking for 3. I'm gonna block with Wong, and he will just lose toughness. And then Claw is gonna get 1 card, which is Radioactive Man, and that's the end of his turn. So he's at 6 health. I can't imagine I'm not going to kill him here, but maybe I could imagine it, I don't know. So let me go ahead and we'll use the Eye of Agamotto to play the Master of the... No, we won't, actually. We will... Let me just see if I can just Magic Blast him to death here. So I, Helicarrier, and one of my protective wards. Magic Blast on Claw, so that'll bring him down to 1. I don't even have to Magic Blast him to death necessarily, actually. Mine, so that he's already confused. But that doesn't matter. I can just swing and kill him. So yeah, that's it. So I'm not sure how much the new cards helped there, but that was pretty much permanent stun lock on Claw, especially if Doctor Strange is there. So anyway, wow, this video is an hour and 40 minutes long, 14 minutes long. All right, thanks for viewing it.